I am Brett Biller, Director of Performance at Club Med Academies, and today we're going to be talking and illustrating some techniques for the athlete to really hone in on their focus and concentration while doing multiple things during a couple of drills that also improve and develop their hand-eye coordination and reaction. The first drill that we're going to demonstrate today is we're going to utilize 4 tennis balls with 4 different shapes on them. One has a triangle, one has X, one has a square, and one has a circle. The athlete is going to be standing in a position where the coach is going to throw or bounce the ball off the ground to them, and they have to call out the particular shape that's on the ball before they catch it. This is going to help them really focus and hone in on the shape of the ball, and then help them connect the brain and the body to actually verbalize what they're thinking in their minds and execute the drill. Ready? Go. Good. Keeping your feet active. Keeping your feet active. The coach is bouncing or throwing the ball in the air to the athlete.
Square.
So the coach is tossing the athlete or bouncing the ball on the ground to the athlete.
Square.
Athlete's keeping her feet active. And before she catches the ball, she has to call out the shape that's on the ball. This is going to help her ability to focus on whatever the shape is on the ball while doing the drill at the same time.
Circle. Circle.
So the point of the athlete calling out the shape that's on the ball before she catches it is we're now developing her ability to focus in on the shape of the ball while keeping her feet active and doing the drill at the same exact time. So now she's doing multiple things at the same time while being successful in the drill.
Circle. Triangle.
If the coach tosses the ball to her in the air, she has to toss it back to him in the air. If the coach bounces it on the ground, she has to bounce it back on the ground.
X.
After 15 to 20 reps with the right hand only, now we'll switch to the left hand only.
Circle.
Again, the athlete's ability to call out the shape on the ball before she catches it is developing her hand-eye coordination and allowing the brain to now verbalize what she's already thinking and saying it out loud.
Circle.
Remember, keeping her feet active. If the coach throws the ball in the air, she has to throw it back in the air. If he bounces it on the ground to her,
Circle.
she has to bounce it back to him.
X.
Okay, now we're going to do the same exact drill, but now we're going to distinguish between the right hand and the left hand. She's going to have to catch the balls of the certain shapes in the right hand, which are X and circle, and then she's going to catch the squares and the triangles in the left hand. Ready?
Triangle.
Good.
Triangle. X.
Good.
Circle.
Now Nora really has to focus on what the shape is, and then she has to react to what hand she's going to catch that shape in. So X's and circles are in her right hand, squares and triangles are in her left hand. Good switch. Good reaction, good switch. Still keeping her feet active, still throwing the ball back if the coach throws it in the air, still bouncing the ball back if the coach bounces it to her.
Triangle.
The next drill that we're going to show is going to now include the athlete's footwork along with the mind coordinated with the body and their reaction. The coach is going to call out a certain color of different cones that are on the floor, and the athlete's going to have to recognize what color the coach says and then react with proper footwork to get to that colored cone and back to the starting position as fast as possible.
Blue, red, green.
Good. As the coach is calling out the color of the cone, the athlete has to recognize what color he's saying and then react to get to that cone and back to the starting position as fast as possible.
Green.
After the right leg only, now we transfer to the left leg only. It's also important that the athlete is far enough back to where she could see the colors in her peripheral vision. That way she could keep her eyes across the court as she would do in a tennis match or in practice session.
Red. Time.
Here we go.
Blue. 3.
We're doing the same exact drill, but now we're adding an extra variable. Instead of calling out just a color, now we're calling out a number associated with each color. So the blue is number 1, the red is number 2, the green is number 3. So she has to recognize and react to either the color he calls or the number he says.